Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to teach you how to measure your cervix. Once you start looking into menstrual cups, you're going to find a lot of tips on how to choose the right cup for your body. And one of those tips is probably going to include something about cervical height, which can be a bit confusing considering, I don't know about most people, but for me, before menstrual cups, I never considered that my cervix had any attributes, let alone a height. For menstrual cups, we're talking about how high or low your cervix sits in your vaginal canal. And that's going to play an important role in choosing your cup because you don't want to get a cup that's too big or too small. You want to kind of find your sweet spot, or your Goldilocks, as some might say. Of course, there are other factors, some of which you can check out on our menstrual cup quiz, but this one is important, so let's figure out how to measure it. Starting with clean hands, insert 1 to 2 fingers into the vaginal canal. In this case, the person is not able to reach their cervix. You can safely assume that this is a high cervix and choose a cup with a longer length. Some good cups for a high cervix are the Diva Cup, Lily Cup, and the new Exo Flow. In this example, the fingers go a good way in, but they are able to easily reach the cervix. This would be considered an average cervical height. When feeling for the cervix, it's going to feel a bit like the end of your nose, firm but still a bit soft. Good cups for an average height cervix would be the LUNETTE, the LENA cup, or the small Super Jenny. In this example, the fingers go just inside of the vaginal canal before reaching the cervix. This is an example of a low cervical height. For a low cervix, the MELUNA SHORTY is going to be your best bet, but you may be able to check out our quiz and chart to find a cup that has a wider diameter to give you the capacity you need and a width that might allow the cervix to sort of sit just inside the cup. This isn't ideal, but it is a solution if you have a very low cervix. It's ideal to check your cervical height on the first day of your period because it's going to change throughout your cycle, and you want to make sure that you get the cup that is going to give you the most capacity but not be too long on your lowest day. Also, keep in mind that most cups have a stem that's anywhere from 1/4 inch all the way up to over an inch. So if you get a cup that's a little bit too long, you can always trim the stem or entirely remove it. We often get asked about using a menstrual cup with a tilted uterus. While most people can wear a cup without any issues with a tilted uterus, that may not be the case for everybody depending on the positioning of their cervix. If this is an issue for you, we would recommend choosing a cup that is shorter in length than you need so that it can sit safely below the cervical opening to catch any flow. Knowing your cervical height is just one part of choosing the right cup, so be sure to check out our menstrual cup quiz and chart to narrow down the options. And please subscribe. We put out a brand new video every, sometimes.